I guess I'm going to do a vlog today. I'm off work today. It's Veterans Day, so that's November 11th, 2021. And I just wanted to do a little bit in the kitchen. Today I'm going to try to focus on this upper cabinet, which is medicine. Look, it's a mess. Look, that just needs cleaning out. It's a mess. And I'd also like to get this is my dish drain, and it goes over my sink, so I want to get all that cleaned off. The cabinet under this area is where I have my leftover containers, Rubbermaid containers, that kind of thing. I want to get all that out of there, clean out inside there, and I've got new leftover containers. So I just decided I'd go ahead and do a vlog, and I don't know, just see what I get into today, because I just really, I didn't just want to sit and watch TV or something all day long. I really wanted to get some work done in my kitchen because, Thanksgiving's coming, and I would like things better organized, and I've got a U-shaped kitchen. That right there is my pantry, and then we just kind of go around, and then I've got, the stove over here. And then it just continues on around. So I just thought, I'm going to get this, I at least want to get the kitchen area. The dining area needs attention too, but I would be happy with just getting my kitchen area a little bit better organized today. So we'll just see how that goes. I've got other things to do, but like in the kitchen, I've got backsplash that I can put up. But in order to do that, I need to get everything, it just needs to be put away and organized. And, I've got a lot of cabinets, but they're badly organized, especially my uppers. And I'm short, so I hardly ever even use the top shelves. But we'll just see what I get into today, and I'll bring you along. Okay, so yeah, I'm bad about putting, pulling my sheet pans out of the dishwasher and just putting them up there instead of putting them where they go. I'm just going to work on getting this cleaned off, but y'all, I love this dish drain. It's so wonderful. It takes up no counter space. I don't have to see out that window. If I want to look out that window, I can still look, but I love this thing. But you see, it takes up no counter space, just the little legs on either side of the sink. And things like that I don't need. I've got a whole set of brand new Rubbermaid containers, and I need to get rid of things like that because I don't think there's a lid to it. And then other things, I don't know, I'll just have to pull all this out. I'm going to pull everything out of here and wipe down the inside of this cabinet real good. And see down here, I've got my mixing bowls, and these are my meal containers that I fix and take to work for lunches. But yeah, everything's coming out of here. All right, all of this came out of that cabinet. So I gotta sort through all of this and see things like this. This is, that's just microwave, where you put stuff in the microwave, and it, I'm not gonna keep that. I've got new, but I found this and this. So the other piece to that is in another cabinet. So those don't need to be separated. I need to put those together. But yeah, and look, this one, look how old this one is, with that almond colored lid, but it's still in good shape. But I've had that forever. Probably had that for decades, I don't know. But, and then look over here, it's one of those where like you get the fresh produce, like grapes, you wash the grapes and pull them off and put them in there, and it makes them, people will eat them, don't have to clean them. But I'm going to sort through all this and probably get rid of most of it. Look at that. There's no lid to that. And I've got various, see, I've got these, and I've just got Okay, I got to sort through that. But in here, I've got this shelf. I'm going to keep that in there because I like being able to use, see, there's a lot of vertical space here, and this is just the drawer where my silverware goes. And then, well, is that focusing? Okay. But yeah, it's there's a lot of room in this one cabinet, but I'm going to wipe all that down, clean it real good, the inside of the walls and the bottom here, and I'm going to do the door too. Okay, I have finished cleaning. I went ahead and wiped down this drawer real good, and I got the door good. There are some places like well, see, like the hinge right here. That's just when they built the house, they didn't put the quality stuff in, so that's just wearing out, you know. This, like, the finish is rusted and coming off, and I just need to eventually replace these hinges on here. And of course I don't like that either. It's got to be replaced. But right here, this is just where the paint's coming off, so it does need painting, you know, my cabinets and everything. But I've wiped everything down, the bottom and the sides and everything. I wiped down that rack in the back, and I wiped that down, and see, there's paint coming up there. So yeah, it all really needs to be repainted, but that'll be another project another time. Now this is what I have. I got this at Sam's Club. I think this set of containers was about $20, and then I have a bunch of these Easy Find. It's the same thing, and I think there's some of these in here, but these things, a couple of months back, Ibotta had a rebate on them, making them practically free, and it kept resetting for me. So I've got a bunch of these. Matter of fact, I've got way more than these 4. I'll probably just give those to one of my daughters for Christmas. But so I'm gonna clean this up. You know, they're new, but I'm just gonna wash them so that I can put them in the cabinet, and then I'll see. I need to sort through. I'm going to sort through all this and see, is any of it worth saving, and some of it doesn't even need to be in this cabinet at all, but probably most of this is just going away, because if it's got like damage, you see, like that doesn't come off. That's just for microwaving. So I'll just have to sort through this and put it all back, and well, put back what I'm keeping and get rid of what I'm not keeping. Okay, now that I've closed it, there's nothing in there yet. I just closed the door. I go next to here. This is the cabinet under the sink. Y'all, that just looks bad. I can't leave that. Now I got to, this is all nice and clean. This has got to be cleaned up too, because now that just looks bad. It's sticking out like a sore thumb. So cleaning this next. This is so far what I've got lined up to go back down here on this top shelf. I've got 2 of these really big ones, big containers, and what's so nice about these Rubbermaid containers is that you can attach the lid to the bottom of the containers. So I'm making sure, and most of these are the new ones I got out of the box. Now this, I'm keeping this in this cabinet, and all these little containers, I'm just going to reuse this that I pulled out to hold these little bitty ones, because these are really useful. And I decided to go with all new meal prep containers. So I like this one because it's open, and then these here have a divided area, but those are all brand new, and those are going to go in. Everything here is going to go on the top, and then I'll get that in and we'll just see what it looks like. This is what I've come up with. I've got in the very back, I've got, that is a deviled egg container that I pulled from another cabinet. It should have been in here all along. I've got another one just like it that I need to find. It's somewhere in this kitchen, but when I find it, it'll go on top of that, and I just put that in the back because I don't need it very often. In the front on this bottom, I like all my mixing bowls right there, and this is where I've always kept my meal prep containers. Up here on this shelf, I've got everything else. I've got the smaller containers, and then I've got these larger ones here. And the biggest one I've got back there on the bottom. And the little bitty ones, I put all these, they're just in the back. So the little ones are in the back in that plastic container. And then I've got that produce right there. And there's room to move this around if I need to, so I just don't want to stuff it full, because that's the problem that I have, is it doesn't stay organized and you just go throwing things in there when you get them out of the dishwasher. So I'm happy with that, and I think I've got plenty. And down here I'll just add, when I find that other deviled egg container, I'll add that to the back. But I'm happy with that. Okay, so what I've done, I did get all that unloaded. Now, this is my thermos that I take my coffee to work with me in the morning, and this is my water bottle that I take that for my lunch, a big bottle of ice water. And this is my coffee mug that I take to work every day, and there's the lids for that thermos, and it's just a couple of coffee cups. And so these I just leave up here, and then I've got my little scrubby brushes that I use for washing dishes and everything. So I got that all cleaned off. These things, that's just where they live. And so I did not tackle the medicine cabinet up here. That's gonna just have to be saved for another day. But so I did that. I think I did. I already showed that. So that's the way I want it to be. And I cleaned the outside of these cabinets, and I went all the way down. Now, this is where it's, you can see where it just needs painting. They all need painting. But I went all the way down this whole wall and cleaned these cabinets here. And well, I cleaned it, you know, wiped the dishwasher, but I went all the way to the stove right here, cleaning these cabinets and the fronts of the drawers and this area and everything. So that looks a whole lot better. And you can see here where, you know, that's just where the paint has chipped away. So yeah, like I said, it needs painting. See, paint's chipped away there too. So what I've got over here, I thought I'd go ahead and get the evening meal started. I'm going to cook dinner, and it's a little early. It's not even 3 p.m. But I'm going to do this. I've got this spaghetti squash, this pretty big one. And all I did was wash it. I didn't do anything to it. I washed it and put it in here. It's on the trivet, and there's about a cup of water in the bottom of that. And I'm just going to set it on about 30. I'm going to set it on 30 minutes, and I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to put this lid on it. And that's it. And I do like to turn this way so that when I vent it over here, it will miss my upper cabinets. So I'm just going to let that go for 30 minutes and move on and do something else. Probably a little cleaning out of the refrigerator or something. But it's amazing. You don't even have to prick it or cut it or anything. You just put it in whole. I wash it and put it in whole, and it comes out perfect for me in the Instant Pot. I don't have to, because, you know, trying to cut a raw spaghetti squash can be tough. They're tough to get through, and even if you try to poke it with a fork, the skin is real hard. But once you cook it, just cook it whole, In the Instant Pot, it just slips right off and is so easy to deal with. Alright, this is done. I'm gonna pull this out with some tongs and get everything scooped out, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a minute. Alright, so I just got it out, got the spaghetti squash out of the Instant Pot with my set of tongs here, and then I just use this big serrated knife to cut the ends off, and then I slice down the middle. But look, I want you to see this. That peel, this is from being in the Instant Pot and cooking. That peel is coming right off. So I'm going to get a pot holder and scrape all these seeds out of the middle, and I'll come back. Next thing I'm going to do is, I've just got this, it's still very hot, so I'm just holding it with my pot holder, and I'm going to take my fork and run it through there and string out all of this spaghetti squash, and I'll do both halves and put it right here in this bowl. Alright, I have got all of the spaghetti squash all stringed out like that, but look, I want you to see this. There is not one bit of squash left inside that shell. It's just shell. That's what's so wonderful about cooking it in the Instant Pot. It just, the inside just slips right out and just strings right up. It's so perfect. Okay, I'm going to clean up a little bit and I will be right back. The next thing I'm going to add to this chicken spaghetti is I'm going to add, so what I'm trying to do here is replace the cream of chicken soup. Normally you just put a can of cream of chicken soup in this casserole. So instead of that, I'm going to put some sour cream, a little bit of heavy cream, and I'm going to flavor it over here with just this chicken bouillon. And then I've just got some canned chicken here that I got from Sam's Club, and I'm going to drain that and add, it's just the Walmart brand of the Rotel. And then I had picked this up last weekend at Walmart. It had an Ibotta rebate, so it's an 8-ounce package of the extra sharp cheddar cheese, and all I did was grate that up, and part of it I'm going to put inside the casserole, and then the rest of it I'll put on top. So I'm going to get all of these items put in. I'm just gonna eyeball this. I just want to put about enough to would be about what's inside a can of cream of chicken soup. So I'm going to get everything in here and I will be back. Okay, everything is in here. I put about half of the cheese to mix inside the casserole, and the other half I'm just going to put it on top, and I'll show you what it looks like in just a minute. Okay, I did grease my casserole dish. This is just a 9x13 casserole dish, and I've got my mixture poured in here, and I'm just going to top it now with this shredded cheese, what's left of the cheese I've shredded. And when I get this done, I'm gonna put some tin foil, aluminum foil on top, and put it in the oven for probably 30 minutes, and then I'll come and take the tin foil off and let it go for probably another 15 or 20. I just want it to get good and bubbly, and I want the edges to start browning a little bit, and maybe a little bit of the top. But yeah, I'll finish putting the cheese on, put the aluminum foil on top, and put it in the oven. Alright, I have just pulled my chicken spaghetti out of the oven. It's still all bubbly and everything, so I'm just gonna scoop out a little, put over here in my bowl, so that we can kind of take a look at it. Well, it definitely looks like chicken spaghetti. Y'all, this isn't the first time I've had this. This is amazing. This is a really good keto version of chicken spaghetti. So really all I did was take a corner of this. This would be, I'm going to say this would serve this would be probably 8 servings. So, you know, because I took, you know, there would be 4 across and 4 across, and, you know. So I'm going to say that's about 8 servings there. I have no macros on this, but that's going to be my dinner for tonight. Well, y'all, there's my little day in the life video for today. I got some organizing done in my cabinet. I got my almost half of my lower cabinets clean. I'll have to do the other half another day. But I do have, for kind of a small house, I've got a little over 1,400 square feet. But for a small house, I've got a lot of kitchen cabinets, which is awesome. But they all have to be cleaned periodically. But that one side looks good. And I got all my leftover containers cleaned out. The ones I gotta get rid of, I'm giving to my daughter. I'm happy with the progress that I made today on my day off. This is Veterans Day, so thank you for all veterans for your service. I'm gonna end this video here and go eat my dinner. I'll see y'all later. Bye.